Hello, good afternoon. It's 1:15. I've got a late start to the day, as always. I am nervous. Today, the advent calendars go on sale to people on Patreon. Today's Friday, the 2nd of May, and my Witch's Apothecary advent calendars go on sale to the Biscuit Brew crew and Chai Latte crew over on Patreon, and then tomorrow they go on for pre-order for everyone else. And I'm nervous. I've already started dyeing them up, so I really hope people buy them. I've dyed up only 4 colours of the daily advents. Today I'm going to be dyeing up macarons from my afternoon tea collection. Where's that colourway? There it is. And I've got 60 skeins soaking, so that is what I'm going to be dyeing today, because that is the maximum I can fit in my oven, which I've just switched on. That's 15 trays. Yesterday we had a heat wave, and my god, was it hot. It was so warm, so I didn't do any yarn dyeing yesterday, and then the day before was quite warm as well, but we had rain overnight, so it's cooled off a bit today, which is nice. So today I'm dyeing up macarons. I'm not dyeing all of the skeins today of that, look at this new hair growing back. I'm not dyeing all of the skeins today of that colourway that I need to do. Does that make sense? I have 90 odd skeins that I need to dye off that colourway. Today I'm dyeing 60. One, my oven capacity is 60, and 2, I need, well, I've now ordered, but I needed to order some more of my Delightful DK and Delightful 4-ply bases, and also a bit more suri. So I've done that, I've ordered that, but I have the yarn already for all of the other colours that I need to dye. Everything else that I've sold, I already had the yarn for, so that is always delightful. I ordered a bunch of dyes. We've got some from Landscape Dyes, we've got some from Peak District Yarns, and then you're sat on a box from Dina's Home of Crafts. So this is Landscape Dyes, this is Colourcraft Dyes, Australian make, British made, and then the box you're on is Dharma, which is US made. Don't do that. Also, I completely forgot to put my mask on. I completely forgot to record after that debacle of me getting black all over my hands. I got 2 of True, well, I got 100 grams of True Black. I was hoping it would come in a big tub. I have a big tub, so I'm gonna have to decant. I hate these tubs. I hate these tubs. They used to come in tubs like this. Amazing, loved them. These ones, terrible. I hate them. They're really hard to open. Dye goes everywhere. Pink Orchid. Got some champagne and cherry balm. Oh, very fitting. Anyway, I don't need any of these colours today. So I'm going to get out the colours that I do need. Die days like today are some of my favourites because it's 15 trays of the exact same colourway, which means once you get into the flow of it, it goes by very, very fast. The most amount of yarn I've ever dyed in one day is 120 skeins before I had an oven. That was because it was all the Christmas Day skein from my 2023 advent, and so they're all exactly the same. So once the colourway is created and it's written down, you just sail through, because you don't have to get different dyes out, you don't have to hunt around, you don't have to look for the recipe, blah blah blah. It is, right, the dyes are out, you know what you're doing, mix, 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 pour, 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 speckle, 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 oven. And delightful. We have this at an awkward angle because I've got Advent yarn drying. I'm 10 trays down, 5 to go. Took a small hiatus because I got so warm in here. So warm. The oven got up to 103, which it never usually does. It's cooled off a bit now, as have I. I went and hung outside. My in-laws came to see the baby, so I hung out outside, gave the tiny pickle a quick feed, noticed that my hand is covered in dye, must be in my glove. Perfect, wonderful, that's what we like. And therefore it's probably all over me, up my arm, everywhere, so a bit annoying. But so far, touch wood, managed to not get any black on the dye, on the yarn, sorry. Right, I've got 5 trays left to do. This is Sturdy DK and my new Surrey Cloud lace base. The first 5 trays took me 29 minutes to dye. The next 5 trays took me 24 minutes to dye. So we'll see if we can beat that time. But the more I do it, the quicker I get. But it's cooled off a lot in here now. And my in-laws have a dog, so I'd shut the door so the dog didn't come running in. And so I was cooking in here a little bit, but that's okay. Right, I'm gonna finish up these 5 trays. I've been doing like silent dyeing. I never do silent dyeing. I always have like headphones in, or I'm always listening to an audiobook or a YouTube video or music or a podcast or something. I'm always listening to something. But today we're just doing silent dyeing. I'm quite liking it. The oven is full. Bloop. I got to get the washing in. Advents have gone live for the biscuit brew crew and chai latte crew. I'm just checking now. They're selling. That's a good sign. We've been live for 4 minutes. Yeah, I've sold 4 weeklies and 11 dailies. Delightful. So yeah, it's really, really good. I'm really impressed.
That's the lilac and the sparkly free love. So these 2 are counting towards our number today, plus this guy right here. And I switched to a new cone whenever I got down to the bottom, but this counts.
Hey friends, how we doing? It is 7:30. It's 7:30. So I came in, chilled with the tiny one, and we all had dinner, fish and chips, as in fish from the freezer, cut up potatoes, peas, normal for me, mushy for Mario. Read The Hungry Caterpillar far too many times. I've just gone and got a bunch of yarn in the Advent minis that I had, because they're dry. I've turned the oven off. Forgot I was vlogging. Classic me. And now I'm just floofing mini skeins. Incredibly exciting times. I'll give you stats updates from the Biscuit Brew crew and Chai Latte crew and how the sales on Advents are going. I don't know whether to be concerned or not at the moment, but I have sold 44 daily Advents and 20 weekly Advents, which is good. I'm a little bit nervous for the general release because I've dyed up 4 colourways and on 140 with the premise that I'm doing 140 daily Advent calendars. Now ideally I want to sell around 130, then I've got 10 for wiggle room in case any get lost, so I can sell them in November and blah 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 blah. So I'm just a little concerned that they're not going to sell. Now I'm going to sound really cocky, and I don't mean to sound cocky, but this will be my 6th Advent that I've dyed, and I have never not sold out. I'm so grateful. I mean, the first two years I only did 60 and then I did 90. Was it the first year I did 60 and then the next 2 years I can't remember, but I'm a bit worried that this year might be the year that I don't sell out. Now I'm doing the exact same amount as I did last year, but I don't know if this year, because I'm doing weekly Advents as well, that's going to bite me in the bum. But who knows? Who knows? The video's not getting as many views as my videos usually do. Maybe that's because it's not a video that interests people, but also at least in the UK we've had beautiful weather today, so people are probably sat in a beer garden, and you know what, don't blame them. So we're just going to play it by ear. We're not going to freak out. We're going to keep very calm, and I'm just going to keep floofing mini skeins. Mario and the pickle are both in bed. We're going to a barbecue tomorrow afternoon. Kind of annoying timings, because obviously the Advent launch is happening and I'll be out the house. but also maybe the distraction will be good. We shall see. We shall see. Good morning. It's now Saturday. It is the day that Advent calendars are launching to everyone. And whew, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. So we are up to 61 of the daily Advents sold, and 25 of the weekly Advents have sold to people on Patreon. So delightful. I need to rinse this oven of yarn. Whilst the little pickle was napping this morning, the monitor reaches down the dye shed. Beautiful, because her room's at the back of the house, so it's actually not that far. So the monitor reaches, so I'm able to nip down here. Not do anything too extensive, something I can just stop in the middle of should I need to. And I put a bunch of yarn on to soak, which is Advent yarn, so you won't see me dye that. And I'm just going to take the risk and dye it. I wasn't going to because I was nervous that they were selling a bit slowly, but once I've dyed these, that's only 6 colourways done, so worst comes to worst, there'll be just mini skein bundles of those 6 colours if they don't all sell. I'll be really sad if they don't, but I do have to rinse an oven of yarn. I'm really nervous about this Advent launch. I always get nervous about Advent launches, but this one I don't know, I just feel particularly nervous about it. So yes, I finished prepping these all last night, put them on to soak, gonna rinse this, and then I'm going to have a quick browse at the photos or the pictures. They're not photos, some of them are probably AI generated, let's be honest. When AI, literally a few months ago, I found it so easy to distinguish what was AI and what isn't. Now it's getting much more difficult, isn't it? I mean, some things it's obvious that what's AI, like prawn Jesus, but some of the things that people can create with AI is really hard to tell. So I'm going to find some inspiration pictures and dye off of those, because the better colourways I come up with are based off inspiration pictures. I'm going to a barbecue this afternoon. I need to write a newsletter about Advents that I need to send out, and then yes, I need to make sure that the website is all up to snuff. So Patreon have until 2 p.m. today to purchase their Advent calendars if they want them, and then we're leaving for the barbecue at just before 3. So hopefully I will have time. I talk too much. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm trying to work out why my channel isn't doing as well as some other channels who do very similar content. And I honestly think it's because I talk too much. I don't know. My views have just been stagnant for the last 5 years. And whilst that's fine, because stagnant is better than dipping, it's also frustrating because I want it to grow. Anyway. Okay, so I have an oven of yarn cooking, and I got a bit covered during that last colourway, which is a bit annoying. All this yarn is rinsed, delightful. Something I didn't think about when creating this collection is how annoying it's going to be dyeing up quite dark colours. Ooh, there we go. Dyeing up quite dark colours alongside pastels. Like, I didn't think that bit through. So that's fine. Right, just washing my teaspoon measure. It's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go get some lunch because I am peckish hungry. I'm very hungry, actually. Hello. It's now 7:30. It's a lot later in the day. We went to my friend's house for a barbecue, and that was really, really lovely. One of her friends has a baby who's, I think, 3 weeks older than our pickle. So that was cute, seeing them. And sort of seeing the difference between the two babies. He's much bigger than she is. He's also much clingier than she is. She was having a lovely time rustling a bag of cheese and onion crisps. Not eating the crisps, rustling the bag. The bag wasn't open. And yeah, Her and Mario have both gone to bed. I managed to, got to about 5 to 4 and I noticed the time and I just said, I'm just going to be antisocial for a minute and just sat on my phone and made sure that the website was all up to snuff and I had the right collection. Oh no, the baby's awake. I guess I'll deal with that. I'll come back in a minute. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Advents, daily Advents, sold out, mate. Sold out in 2.5 hours. Thank you so much. I'm so surprised every time. I genuinely didn't think they would. I was frantically trying to refresh it on the drive home because we left at 6 and they opened at 4 and I was frantically refreshing on the drive home and I didn't have signal, so I had to put on aeroplane mode and off again. And since when did aeroplane and airplane become interchangeable? They're not. Anyway, aeroplane mode, and then it worked again and I was like, oh god, I've got like one more left to sell, and then it sold and I've closed it, which is good. So I'm dyeing up 140. I have sold 128 daily Advents. That's because I want one. I'm doing a swap with Gem of the Little Grey Girl, and that will mean I have 10 spares in case anything happens to them, and I ship them out. And then, if nothing happens, I have 10 to sell in probably November, early November. Goodness me, I'm tired. Yeah, it depends when I ship them out. I'm not used to socialising anymore. I don't really socialise much. I haven't socialised much in years because I work on my own. So I find it really exhausting when I'm around other people, which is quite sad. Yeah, so I'm so surprised. Thank you so, so much. I don't know. I genuinely didn't think that I was going to sell them all. So, thank you. Where are we up to with weeklies? Weeklies are still open. I have sold 53 weekly Advents, which is really, really good. I don't really have a goal for those. They're a bit of a last minute decision, but a good last minute decision. And yeah, it's good. My bank account was looking a little unhealthy because I just paid my business tax bill. That was over £8,000. And then I just paid for all of the Advent minis. So that was over £4,000. And so this injection of cash is going to be very nice in the bank account. If you're curious, should you want to hear some Advent stats? So I've sold 128 daily Advents. 75 of those Advents are pay in full with a 100-gram mini skein. 5 of those are pay in full with no 100-gram mini skein, no 100-gram skein, Christmas Day skein. I've got 42 people who are paying in installments with a 100-gram skein, and 6 people paying in installments without a 100-gram skein. And then weekly Advents, 22 people pay in full sturdy sock, 6 people pay in full merino sock, 8 people pay in full sparkle sock. I think these colours are going to look good on sparkle. 4 people pay in installments on sturdy sock, 7 people pay in installments on merino sock, and 6 people pay in installments on sparkle sock. So I don't have all of the payments for all of the Advents, and some of this money is postage. There were no discounts for Advent calendars because I don't do discounts for Advent calendars because the amount of time it takes me to do. I try to make them as affordable as possible, but it's tricky when they take so long. But today I have taken £23,588.70, which is bananas. And the reason that there's like a 70 pence, even though none of my Advents are like have a 70 pence, is because currency conversions, they round it to the nearest whatever. So sometimes you get some weird numbers coming through. I'm so surprised. I'm absolutely blown away. And it's good because I'm not going to have time to do collections for a little bit. So that is my income that has to sort of, I mean, it's a great income, don't get me wrong. Fabulous. But that now has to see me, I have to set some of that aside for taxes, and that will now see me through until I have another shop update or I have another collection. probably until I sell the extras from the afternoon tea collection that I'm currently dyeing up. And then I'll probably have another collection after all the advents are done. So this money will see me through to the summer. I've got to pay my accountant. She's £200 and something a month. It's bananas. And then I've got to set stuff money aside for my taxes. Taxes, mate, taxes. I think I'm edging towards the VAT threshold. We'll see. I was just underneath it, so I don't know if I might be creeping towards it. I'll chat to my accountant and see what she says. But, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And obviously some of that money will also go to PayPal. PayPal take quite a big cut and Shopify take a big cut. So I will not, all of that money will not go in my bank account. Shopify will have some. PayPal will have some, depending how you paid. And then that's all I'm going to leave it there because I'm really tired. I'm going to do a spot of knitting. I was going to twist up mini skeins because I know I need to. But I've cast on... I've got a new knitting project. I bought a new project bag. It's a makeup bag. I saw it on Vinted. It was a £5. And I was like, you know what? Pretty cute. It's pretty cute. It's just a teddy bear sweater by Petite Knit for my friend's baby, who's going to be 1 next month. And I almost have a 1-year-old. It's out of King Cole Jamboree. I'll chat about this on the podcast. King Cole Jamboree. It was pointed out to me that the label might be AI generated. And that made me sad because I really like the label. But, yeah. This is in the colourway Balloon Bonanza. And, yeah, it's just a DK weight acrylic. And it's going to look nice. I'll show it off properly on the podcast. Anyway, I've chatted for too long. Thank you so much for bearing with me through this incredibly long video. And I will see you very soon in my next one. Podcast? Probably. What is this? I don't know. Bye.